Hello everybody, this is John Doe here, and today I decided to do a deck profile of my Vylons deck that I just recently made. So, not that long ago I saw a person play with this deck, and I thought his plays were pretty interesting. So I decided to actually play with this deck, and I also tend to like decks like these, in which are unpopular and are known to be slow and weak, and people just tend not to play them because they heard the rumors and they just don't want to take the time to work with a weak deck. Well, a quotation mark weak deck, quotation mark slow deck. So I decided to see what I can do with the Vylons, and I'm pretty happy with this deck. I still haven't played with it long enough in order to make myself think I am complete with this deck. But what I have so far seems to work, and it does win. But yeah, it does have some difficulty with trying to win against like the more powerful decks, but at least I'm able to fight them off. Actually, it's strange how I can actually fight them off. So let's just get to the profile. We have 19 monsters, 21 spells, and 1 trap. And right now, I'll explain this now. I will explain certain situations, certain reasons why I play particular cards after I actually show you all the cards. So we have, first off with the monsters, 2 jammers, 2 thrashers, 2 tridents, 3 prisms, honest, 2 monks, 1 Stella or Stella. It depends if you're in Mexico or wherever, because with the 2 L's it makes a yes sound, but I don't know if this is supposed to be Latin based, not Latin based, Spanish based, I don't know. We have 3 Qs, 1 card D, 2 Mexis, and if you guys actually know how to pronounce Stella or Stella, please tell me. I'm not completely sure. For the spell cards, we have 1 Book of Moon, 1 Dark Hole, Forbidden Lance, Heavy Storm, 2 Instant Fusions, 1 Mage Power, Mind Control, Monster Reborn, 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, 2 Power Dualities, Reinforcements in the Army, Upstart Goblins, 2 of them, 1 Component, Filament, 2 Materials, Segment, and 1 Treacherous Trap Hole. Okay, for the Synchros, we have 1 Worm, Alpha, Scrap, Epsilon, Archfiend, Stardust, Rose, no, that's Rose, Wyvern. I'm not used to actually seeing some of these cards. I don't usually play some of these cards like all the Vylons. We have 1 Sigma, Delta, Flemval, Cataster, Chimera Tech, Knight, and 1 Warrior. Okay, so now reasons why I play certain cards. I play the Stella or Stella or whatever, mostly because it's another level 3 tuner monster I can work with the Trident Warrior. I can only special summon level 3 monsters from my hand, so the only targets I have in the entire deck are either Cube or Stella, so that's why I play an extra level 3. I don't really need to play this card, but I feel it's necessary to do so, even though I have the Reinforcement of the Army, and I do have some drawing power. I play the Jammer instead of playing Cyber Dragon because the majority of people who play Vylons and know how to play them competitively play Cyber Dragon, but I side deck Cyber Dragon because if I'm playing against some kind of machine deck like Curry, I can just side deck inside it, put this side inside the main deck during the match, and then I can use Cyber Dragon's effect to, well, not Cyber Dragon's effect, Chimera Tech's effect, but I decided to play Jammer instead because I don't want to depend on my opponent having a monster in order to do my plays, especially since it's first turn. Sometimes when I go first turn, I really, really want to make a good plays. For instance, I go, if I have a Jammer and a Prism, I special summon the Jammer, normal summon the Prism, sync the 2 together to make the Alpha. I subtract 500 life points from my life points because of Prism's effect. I equip to the Alpha, and now Alpha, it cannot be destroyed by card effects, I believe. While this card's equipped, it cannot be. Yep, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. Well, spell/trap cards. So that's why I'd rather have a Jammer instead of a Cyber Dragon. I play a lot of spell cards, mostly because of the Seminole Monk, because with this card, and like, let's just say a useless Upstart Goblin or whatever, or a useless Power Duality, well, they're not useless, but like in the situation, it's more important to go with Summon Monk's effect. Normal summon the Monk goes to defense, of course. I discard the Duality, special summon the Prism, and sync together to make like Epsilon or whatever. I use Prism effect again. I equip that particular monster, and then that's my big play. The problem with this deck is that you can actually make really good plays, so you can get a pretty powerful monster on the field, but the problem with this is that if your opponent plays a lot of trap cards, they can get rid of your monsters, and then you just wasted all that card advantage for nothing. So that's why you have to be careful with that. You should actually probably play the Royal Decree. I might be soon. I could probably like get rid of the 2 dualities, put in another goblin, get rid of the Trickle's Trap Hole, and put in 2 Roll Decrees. I could do that, but for now I'm going to play with this and see what it goes, and it works pretty well so far. I have the Lance, 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. I do have some protection because of Book of Moon and Trickle's Trap Hole. For the most part, I like how it works, how it flows. I do actually have some draw power because of Upstart Goblin. I'm excited to see if I can work with this deck with some draw power, because you really do need to have some flow inside the deck and feel the flow, so that's why you have to have some drawing power. Other than that, really, the deck seems self-explanatory, especially if you already know how Vylons work. And if you don't know what certain cards do in the Vylon deck, just search up on Doinoric in the name Vylon, and then you can just look up all the names. It's Vylon, and if you don't know how they work, just search them up and you can look up all their effects. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. If you guys have any other suggestions, comments, or complaints, please comment below, and I'll see you guys next time. Merp!